Dressmakers and friends, welcome again on the channel. In today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to make these fabric roses, and here are inspirations of how we use these fabric roses in our outfit for embellishment. We can use this around the neckline, we can use it around our skirts, around the waist area. We can use them even as our hair accessories and all of that. So I thought to share inspirations of how we can make use of these embellishments, and let's get into the tutorial. This video will be really helpful, so don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also if you're new on this channel, do well to subscribe. Let's get right into it. The first thing you want to do is to go ahead to get your fabric, and then you go ahead to cut strip of your fabric. Depending on how wide or how big you want your rose to be, that is how wide you want your fabric strip to be. Now grab your fabric like this and cross the edge over each other just to make a triangle like this. This is how you are going to start sewing. Even though what you want to cut is just like a rectangle fabric, let's say for example 5 by 30 inches, you still want to cross it from the beginning like this when you want to start stitching. Now cross the edge of your fabric over just as seen, alright, and once you get to this end, you will want to gently flip this. Can you see it on a closer look? Flip this to continue stitching. Let me also mention that you can totally use hand stitching for this as well. You can use hand stitch and then make it a running stitch. Okay, so as you sew on your sewing machine, just as I am doing, you just move the fabric in place. The fact that you started with a triangle from the beginning would sort of start making something that looks like a twist, but don't worry, just go through it gently and then bring the other fabric over it gently, and do that. As you don't need to rush, because once you rush, this thing may just get more confusing, but just take it one at a time, and then you just stitch it nicely, stitch it in like this. Make sure that the right side of fabric is facing you. Okay, make sure the right side is facing you. Now once you are done, you can trim off your hanging thread, and then you can see that from the start of the stitch I did not back stitch, but at the end of the stitch I back stitch. That's because I want to have to make a little bit of gathers. Please note that you don't have to make gathers if that is not what you want. If you don't want it to be like really full and clustered together, then you don't need to make gathers. But because I want mine to be well clustered for the purpose of what I want to use this for, that's why I'm making that gathers. And the more gathered up you have it, the more it's going to look clustered together. Okay, so now you also want to note that you want to run your stitches at the longest stitch length so that you can make the gathers easily. And while you are pulling your gathers, you are just doing this just like you would normally pull in your gathers. Okay, just pull it just like you would pull your gathers for any fabric. Okay, there's no special technique needed in doing this. So just keep pulling it, just keep pulling it. It may look like a twist like this, yes, but you are correct. Just keep drawing the gathers, just keep bringing them together, bring them together more and more. And by the time you are done with your gathers, you should have something that looks like this. You can see what I have right now, and once you are satisfied with what you have, you can just tie this thread so that you can secure your gathers, and then afterwards you are going to pull everything together more like in a, will I call it a circle or in a wrap form, just like this. So this is how you are going to like wrap everything together, and as you wrap it, you are going to see how the flowers sort of come together and it forms like something that is very realistic. Okay, so this is how you are going to put them together, and this is what it is going to look like. But for you to bring this together, you will need to use hand stitches. So you can see I've gotten my needle and my thread, and then I'm going to start roll in the tip just like that. Roll it in nicely, and then you are going to stitch it Once I have that in, I'm just going to make sure that, because it's important that that beginning is really secured, okay? So you are going to stitch that in, and after you stitch in the first one, then you can now roll in all others, and then you stitch, you roll it in, you stitch, you roll it in, you stitch. Just like I am doing this is what you want to do. The really beautiful trick to getting this to form what it is what you have started with. And once you get it right from the very first instance of stitching everything together, everything will definitely come together nicely for you. I can assure you that. So you can also go ahead to use a long sewing needle. You can see that this small needle that I'm using was a bit tricky for it to go from one point to another. So make sure that you stitch this in nicely, and also while you are wrapping everything together, you can either wrap it loosely or you wrap it firmly, whatever it is that you want to see, okay? Then go ahead to make as many as you need for this flower. Whatever project that you are working on is going to determine how many you want to have. So do as many as you will need, and once you get to the end of your wraps like that, just secure it also with your needle and your thread. And I think that's just about it. I know that this video has been helpful to you in one way or the other, so now is a good time to give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new on this channel is all about sewing and fabric beading and embellishments. So give this video a thumbs up, and also check out playlist for other videos that may also be very helpful to you. Now once you are done with your stitching, make sure you make a good knot so that you can secure the end of your work, and then you can go ahead to either arrange this on your blouse, on your skirt. If you want to use it to make your hair scrunchy, you want to use it to make any kind of accessory, you can go ahead to just do that. You can see this one that I made loosely looks a little bit bigger than the one that I made firmly. And also, to take care of your rough edges, you can go ahead to overlock before you make gathers if you want to make gathers, or you can just simply burn the fabric lightly just like I did. So just go ahead to do you, get creative with it, and I hope that this video has been really helpful. Do well to check out some latest upload on the channel. I'm sure you will find some useful tutorial right there. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in this next video. Thanks for watching.